Following is the Cassandra Project. It hasn't been verified, but many speculate that this took place in the 1970s. It was just put away in the top secret files and was never released by the CIA to the public. This is how the story goes. Elena Sorokina maintained a neutral influence on the orange-colored office chair in the middle of the green-walled technical corridor. It was 1973, the day of the Aurora experiment, named for the theory that the human brain waves could shine like the northern lights when properly stimulated. Elena wore the same white coat as scientific personnel, a standard protocol for minimizing environmental variables during testing. The thin adhesive electrodes on her temples connected to a small transmitter hidden in her coat pocket. From there, invisible to the four men who observed her, the signals traveled through the cables located on the floor to the diagnostic panels on the walls. This corridor, known as Section 9, was specifically designed for survival testing in tight spaces. Dr. Weiss, standing to his right in a white coat, monitored her reactions, while Major Ramirez, in beige garb, checked the data on the analog monitors embedded in the wooden walls. At the end of the hallway, Doctors Nakamura and Anson were taking notes, unaware that Elena could sense their whispered conversations. The mental synchronization device, nicknamed MSR-5, was at the heart of the project, years ahead of publicly available technology. It used calibrated electromagnetic fields to amplify the neural impulses associated with extrasensory perception. At the end of each session, Elena faked fatigue, carefully hiding the progress she was making. They didn't want a conscious subject, they wanted a tool. Weeks of testing had allowed her to map every inch of the structure, including rooms she had never physically visited. She had located every weak spot in the electrical system, stored guard shifts, identified side exits, but it had been the future conversation intercepted yesterday that had crystallized her decision. The subject shows brain, prepare transfer to the Colorado 9 facility, proceed with extraction, and cryopreservation of neural tissue for detailed analysis. Colorado 9, one of the 12 Project Aurora government facilities that Elena had seen during the most intense sessions. She had collected coordinates, access codes, code names, information no one suspected she could get. Elena had discovered a side effect of the test. Her brain impulses, when focused precisely, generated tiny electrical fluctuations in nearby circuits. Maintaining an impassive setup that she had perfected over weeks, she concentrated all her mental energy toward the junction between the main panel and the MSR-5 power supply. The overloads that followed were rapid and devastating. The main lights went out, plunging the hallway into darkness. Elena tore off the electrodes and moved with calculated